wanted to say something that in these times everybody's flipping the fuck out. Everybody's going fucking crazy, buying up shit. People are wearing masks and shit. You wear your fucking cloth mask. I have 8 respirators with canisters in them. If it comes to that, if it's really that big of a deal. But what I wanted to say is certain people in these times, and it's debatable whether people are freaking the fuck out or if this is really fucking Armageddon. To me, it doesn't matter. I'll figure out what I'm doing somehow, some way. I always do. I'm like a fucking cockroach. Like I just it doesn't affect me. I'll figure it out. But my concern is helping people, doing what I can to help people, and what it comes down to, this kind of like war between good and evil. We don't choose God. God chooses us. He's the he's the governing power that decides, who's supposed to be on what side of things, and he'll figure out, he'll weed out the weaklings, the people who, for whatever fucking reason, just want to cause trouble. And it's so ironic because a lot of the people who are good, who are genuinely good, have spent their lives making poor decisions. And then you have other people who, they're fucking happy-go-lucky, just everything goes right for them. Shitbags. And they treat everyone else like shit. But for some reason, they're the good guys. I don't get that. And you know what I think? I think he doesn't get that. He doesn't understand it either. Those of us who have suffered, we've felt, it, at the very least, similar amounts of pain that Jesus had felt. So that's why we need to band together, and we need to make sure that everybody is safe and secure and taken care of. I have 2 widow neighbors, like I was talking about. I took care of them. I paid for their stuff. Like, that was money out of my pocket. That I got them supplies because, for whatever reason, I got fired from FedEx. I applied to about 30 different jobs. The first job that called me back was a department store. So now I'm in a position where I have access to supplies that people are having a hard time getting, like toilet paper, paper towels, tissues, water, stuff like that. And I think that happened for a reason. I believe that happened for a reason. I was supposed to do this. This was supposed to happen. Because, I mean, when you look back and you say, oh, I got fired for smoking or for, taking a cigarette break. It's like, yeah, that's just about the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of at a company. Like, you start things on this scale start happening. You start having like captain trips. You start feeling like either fucking Mother Abigail is calling you to the the light side, or fucking Randall Flagg is calling you to the dark side. And I feel like I was put on this earth to do good, to do good things for people. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm working like 40 hours a week, trying to just grind it out. Not used to it. Haven't been used to it in years. But that's what I'm doing right now. And I have other neighbors who I told my other neighbor on the other side of our house. I told him, if you need anything, let me know. He said the same, which I know he's like younger than me, so like he's sharp. Like he probably got all his supplies early. He's probably all set. Probably doesn't need my help. Next to my widow across the street, you got a family with mother, 2 daughters, and then those 2 daughters have like 8 kids, and one of those daughters is married to a guy who he lives on his own, but me and him have had like good rapport. I've given him a lot of scrap metal. Whenever like my family needs to get rid of scrap metal, or anybody else around here needs to get rid of scrap metal, we give it to him. We throw it in his truck, and he actually makes money off of that. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's the way I look at it. And the other day I said hi to him. And, it's like, hey, have a good day, John. There's good. There's love there. There's good, rapport. And then I have on the other side of me, I got my neighbor, who is also a widow, and she has like the neighbor on the other side of her down the street. There's like a side road. I told her, tell them, because I know they converse. Tell them if they need anything, let us know, because I can get it before the store even opens. I can get these things that wherever comes off the truck, I can get that stuff before the store even opens. So I told her to tell them that, waiting on that. So, and then up the street, there's good old Dick, and he's like 90 fucking years old. I don't know what he still goes out and mows his lawn. He does all this shit, but I'm gonna tell him if you need supplies, like say something. There's plenty of. I got about like 12 people now lined up that if you need something, tell me. And I feel like I ended up at this job because I'm supposed to do this. People are having trouble. People are going out. People are trying to get toilet paper. They can't get it. I have accessibility to this shit, so why not help people out? You know what I mean? I'm trying to do just that. And it comes right back to, we don't choose God. God chooses us. I'm trying to talk to my born again Christian uncle, who I hated for years, but now I'm starting to think, it might be a good idea to sit down with him and have a conversation about this kind of stuff because, well, I've never been a religious person and I've always been on the dark side of things. I've always listened to extremely aggressive music. Um, I've always been into like just things that you could easily throw me in prison for, or at least throw me in front of a crowd and have them throw tomatoes at me, or like just I've never been an upstanding citizen or like a great person, but now with these things going on, the way that people are reacting to them, it's not even about me. I don't buy into this shit. They have a vaccine for this. They have a vaccine. It's not a question. They could fix this in a day. They're not going to do it. This is where conspiracy theory meets conspiracy fact. Like this was all planned from the jump, but it's just not how it's going to go. So people are going to freak out. People are going to need supplies. Um, Even if I'm just a pawn in somebody else's game, I was put on this earth to do this. I'm supposed to help my neighborhood out. That's how it is. That fact will not change. So these things have to be done. Um, it sucks to play somebody else's game, but it's you have to do it sometimes. I recommend everybody on this earth watches The Stand, and then people are gonna get into criticism and oh, it wasn't done well enough. No, it's a 6-hour movie depicting a plague happening and then people coming together for either side, good or evil, all right, and then going to war with each other. And that is very much what I predict is going to happen now if this thing doesn't clear up pretty soon. I've been watching it every single day for the past like 2 weeks. I mean, it's when you see the lies, it's stupid, but you still gotta perform. You still gotta do what you can do to help people out, or do what you can do to fuck people over, whatever side you land on. But yeah. Anyway, we don't choose God. God chooses us, and you'll know when He calls your name.